tomorrow. I'm so high today.
What is up, guys? It's Liam W here, and today I'm going to be doing my first podcast. I've been wanting to start this series or not this series, but this podcast for a while now. Just haven't had, the time to do so. I'm going to give you a quick overview of what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to talk to you guys about last night's scores from Thursday, the 4th of February. And then I'm going to talk about today's schedule for the 5th. And then, as you guys know, if you haven't known already, I'm a Pittsburgh Penguins fan. So I'll get into, because we play tonight at Tampa Bay. And then I will finish up with some NHL milestones and benchmarks from last night's games. And there are some pretty big ones that I would like to inform you guys about. So let's get right into it here. All right. So for last night's games, we had a big slate of games. A lot of really good games. So, first game of the night was the Boston Bruins at the Buffalo Sabres. Boston came out with the win, 3-2 in the shootout. The next game was between the Minnesota Wild and the New York Rangers. The Rangers won that game 4-2. And then the next game was between the New York Islanders and the Washington Capitals, which is a really big game. The Washington Capitals, I believe, were on a few-game skid at the time, losing skid, but they ended it last night with a 3-2 victory. The next game was the New Jersey Devils at the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Maple Leafs won in a shootout 3-2. The next game was between the Edmonton Oilers and the Ottawa Senators. Edmonton Oilers destroyed the Ottawa Senators 7-2. The next game was between the Detroit Red Wings and the Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers won 6-3. That was a really big game for them. Not only was it a big win, but also you'll hear later on that it was a big milestone night for Mr. Yager. And with the next game, it was between the San Jose Sharks and the St. Louis Blues. Sharks came out in that one 3-1. And then the Philadelphia Flyers and the Nashville Predators. The Flyers came out with a 6-3 win. A big night by Wayne Simmons and Claude Giroux. The next game was between the Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche. The Dallas Stars won that game 4-3 with an overtime win. The next game after that was between the Blackhawks and the Coyotes, a high-scoring game. The Blackhawks won in overtime 5-4. And then on to the next game, the Columbus Blue Jackets against the Vancouver Canucks, a low-scoring game besides the other games from the previous night. But it was a Columbus win, 2-1 in the shootout. And then the final game of the night was a Western Conference Pacific battle between the Anaheim Ducks and the LA Kings. The Ducks won that game 4-2. So that was last night's games. A lot of high-scoring games, especially the Blackhawks and Arizona game 5-4, as well as the Flyers Predators games 6-3, the Panthers Red Wings 6-3, and then the Oilers and Senators 7-2. So with that being said, I'm going to move on to tonight's schedule. So there's 4 games on the slate for tonight. First is the Pittsburgh Penguins at the Tampa Bay Lightning at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next is Carolina at Winnipeg at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the third game of the night is Columbus at Calgary at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the final game of the night is the Arizona Coyotes at the Anaheim Ducks at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, with that being said, I'm going to give my predictions. First, I'm going to start with Carolina and Winnipeg, and then I'll end with Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay to transition into talking a little bit more about the Penguins and the game that's coming up. So, my prediction for the Carolina and Winnipeg, it's tough. Both teams are currently out of the playoff spot, but with that being said, I see a win by Winnipeg tonight. And then the third game of the night is going to be the Columbus Blue Jackets at the Calgary Flames. I see Calgary winning. mostly because Columbus just came out of a shootout win against the Vancouver Canucks the previous night, so they're going to be a little tired. But so in that sense, I'm going to go with Calgary. And then for the later night game, we have the Arizona Coyotes and the Anaheim Ducks. I'm going to go with Anaheim. They're coming off a big win against the LA Kings, and Arizona is coming off a brutal defeat against the Chicago Blackhawks. And then the most important game of the night, for me at least, the Pittsburgh Penguins at the Tampa Bay Lightning. In my heart, I want to go with Pittsburgh. I should go with Pittsburgh because I'm a Pittsburgh fan. But realistically, to be honest, I think it's going to be a Tampa Bay win, mostly because Malkin is out this weekend, or actually this weekend, including this game, with a lower body injury. Therefore, I think Tampa Bay is going to win. So just some key little things about tonight's game between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Sidney Crosby is 2 points away from 900 career NHL points. All right, so I want to mention some milestones from last night's games. First off, Jágr recorded his 1,100th career assist, and this upcoming Monday, he's going to be playing his 1,600th NHL game. I just want to give a big congratulations to him. I mean, he's truly a hockey legend, and no doubt in my mind, he'll be a Hall of Famer. For him to be playing at that level he is playing at his age is just remarkable. This season, he has 16 goals and 21 assists, and it just baffles me that, a guy of, that age can do it. And, he's just a really cool guy. Like I saw in the All-Star game, he's just, really cool to be around. And a lot of the younger guys in the All-Star game learned a lot from him. So congratulations to Mr. Jágr. All right, so here's some other milestones from last night's games. Ryan Getzlaf of the Anaheim Ducks became the second Ducks player to record 500 assists with the team. The other was Teemu Selanne, who I love. He's probably one of my favorite players, to be honest. I'm not a Ducks fan, but I don't know. I just love Teemu Selanne. He's a really good player. So, also, the Avalanche forward Jerome Iginla played his 1,446th NHL game to tie Tim Horton for 23rd on the NHL all-time list. And then Maple Leafs defenseman Dion Phaneuf played his 800th NHL game. And then his teammates Joffrey Lupul played in his 700th, and Nazem Kadri played in his 300th. So congratulations to them. Sorry that you are playing on the Toronto Maple Leafs, but congratulations anyways. Minnesota Wild defenseman Ryan Suter played in his 800th NHL game. Chicago Blackhawks forward Marian Hossa moved within 5 goals of 500 career goals. He definitely should be able to break that this season. And then the other big milestone besides Jágr's was Mike Babcock coaches 100,000th, that's a lot of games. His 1,000th regular season game last night, and I applaud him because he's an amazing coach. It's unfortunate he's took the Toronto job. He was an amazing coach in Detroit, and hopefully he can turn around there in Toronto just for his sake. He's just an amazing coach. But with that being said, that concludes the milestones and benchmarks from last night's games. Congrats to them all, and best of luck to their teams for the remainder of the season. So with that being said, this is Liam W, and I'm signing off.